Hola, amigos. Feliz Navidad.
Oh, Feliz Navidad.
Did everybody bring a Christmas drink?
No, I just have water.
It's not a very Christmassy drink. I mean, I love water. Water is always great.
I'm at work. I guess I could get like a shot of a tincture and do with some water. Have a little medicinal alcohol. Yeah, I'm sure it would. I don't know how tasty it would be.
I made like a Christmas simmer pot.
Mm-hmm.
So I put oranges and apples and cinnamon sticks and star anise and cloves and honey and a lemon into a pot.
That sounds nice.
Yes, it smells delicious. I haven't tasted it yet, so it might be gross. Oh, and I'm going to put bourbon in it also.
Oh, you're actually going to drink the simmer pot?
Yeah, I made a drinkable simmer pot.
Okay.
I did that on purpose. I do know that so you make a simmer pot to make the house smell nice, but I made a simmer pot that there are drinkable simmer pots also. So I made the drinkable. I was like, I would like my house to smell beautiful and to have a festive drink.
Sounds great.
For our Christmas stream. This is Where Are All the Women. I'm Meghan Murphy. This is Mary Lou Singleton.
Hi, everybody.
If you have questions or comments, please use the super chat. Okay, God, sorry. I just realized I forgot to plug my head. Anything's echo. Let me make sure I can still hear you. Oh yeah. Okay, good. Okay. First of all, Mary Lou, you tell me your Christmas plans. Everyone in the live chat also tell me their Christmas plans. And then we'll go over everything and evaluate.
Christmas plans. Oh, what are my Christmas plans? Okay, this is I'm having this weird
very strong. I think I put too much bourbon in here.
Did you?
It is delicious though. It tastes kind of like spicy. Yeah, it tastes sort of like apple cider with bourbon in it, I guess.
I'm just looking at the herbs on hand and there's nothing I want to drink with you. Like I'm seeing like cough stopper and echinacea. I just don't really want to drink enough of that to be alcoholic, you know.
Okay, well, I'll try to not get too drunk then, just so you don't feel left out.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so I'm having this weird thing happen to me where I'm back to Catholicism. So I'm actually going to go to midnight mass this year for Christmas. I'm really excited about it. Like it's this kind of the high holy day of the high holy day ritual of Catholicism of midnight mass. So I'm going to get there at 11 and they have a big choir singing. And I think it's going to be a candlelit midnight mass. So it's going to be like super like bells and smells and incense and candles and icons. So that's my Christmas night. And then I'm just going to chill. I really, my kids are out of town. I don't really have any plans for Christmas Day. My husband is not religious.
Is he away or is Phil back? Is he here?
Phil's back. Phil is a Junitarian. So he's like a secular Jew who doesn't really care about Christmas. So he's happy to not celebrate it. So we're not really doing anything, the two of us.
I've never heard the term Junitarian before. Did you make that up?
Oh, that's how he came. He announced that on our first date, I think. So his family is Jewish, but they don't practice Judaism. His parents started attending a Unitarian church when they got married, and they raised their kids Unitarian with kind of the option to explore their Judaism. His cousins are practicing Jews, but he and his brother never did their bar mitzvahs and aren't practicing Jews. So they are Junitarians.
The only church thing I've ever done around Christmas time was, I think, with my family, we went to the Unitarian church a couple times because my parents were very anti-organized religion.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my mother still wanted to do some kind of Christmassy thing, so we went to the Unitarian church. And to be honest, I don't know what the Unitarian church is. Do you? You don't know? Is it like nothing? It's just anything. It's just pointless. What is it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the Unitarian Church was when I think some of the founding fathers who wrote the Declaration of Independence were Unitarians. I don't know what it was then, but what Phil describes it as is if you're a liberal who wants to have a congregation, but you're not into religion, you become a Unitarian. So they believe there's truth in all the paths and all belief systems are valid. He talks about how in Sunday school, they did like a little practice mass when they were learning about Catholicism. They'd like learn about Buddhism, Hinduism. They kind of learned about all the religions of the world and how they were all equal, and talked about being a good person, and went to Earth Day rallies and things like that.
I'm curious to know if people watching have any opinions about the Unitarian Church. I mean, I think it sounds nice to learn about all the different religions. I appreciate that. I never really learned about any religion ever. And I wish that I had, because, now it feels like there's a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, I think there was an understandable backlash and a need for people to just walk away from the authoritarian churches. And at least in Catholicism, and the institution has been very humbled by the revelations and the reconciling with the child abuse scandals. It seems like a humbled institution to me. It definitely doesn't have the same political power that it did when I was growing up. And people don't blindly just listen to the priest the way they used to, from what I can see. So I feel okay going back. It's just something happening to me. I don't know. I'm very uneasy about it, but my ancestors have a hold on me, and I'm just kind of following along and going back to mass and getting back into Catholicism. But I'm not going to recruit. That would be weird. Yeah. And then when I met Phil, I really thought, well, we could be Unitarian. And he was like, no, church is boring. I want to go to church. Like, he wasn't interested in that. And now when I see the Unitarians, it's just a bunch of wokesters from North Wokistan, right? Like, really like hardcore pushing that liberal dogma and propaganda that I want nothing to do with right now.
Yeah, I mean, church is really boring. That was my experience in any case as a kid. Yeah. Maybe there are churches nowadays that I would find more interesting. It's unfortunate because I think that church is like a nice thing and a nice idea. But as a kid, I don't think there's much draw to church. Maybe that changes when you're an adult.
I think some of these Protestant mega churches here, they have, churches like a rock and roll show every week where they've got drummers on guy wires coming in, like floating down and drumming. They've got fog machines and rock and roll and charismatic preachers. But I don't know. As an Irish Catholic, I can't get down with Protestantism. My ancestors don't like that. So I'm back to the candles and the iconography. I love it that there's a saint for everything. There's a brand new patron saint of the internet, which is exciting.
There's a brand new patron saint for the internet?
Yeah, there's a patron saint of the internet.
I don't like that.
Why?
Because
we need to. What? Well, this is a patron saint to like protect you, right to bring good things to the internet. Like, you could pray to him to protect your children from porn exposure and predation on the internet. He's a patron saint of like technology. We have a little retablo of him over the printer in my office now because the printer is always having a hard time connecting to the internet. Saint Carlo Acutis. He's a brand new saint. It's all very pagan-y. I love Catholicism.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Somebody asked what super chat is. If you click the little $sign button, this thing comes up and you can choose super stickers or you can choose super chat. And that's how you can share a question or a comment that we can address on air. Okay, so what do they do at midnight mass?
What do they do? Well, I've only been once in my life as a little girl, and I remember being just blown away by it. It was beautiful. But okay, so we have to get there by 11 to get a seat, because this is one of the few churches in town that does a midnight mass. And there's kind of this religious revival happening in the United States. And more people are going to mass. So we get there at 11, and they'll have Christmas carols with the choir from 11 until midnight. And then it's just a mass, it's just have you been to Catholic mass?
No.
I should come down there, because you have that great church where when I went to mass there were dogs on the altar, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, you should come down here again, and then I'll go with you.
Well, yeah, we can go. I really liked it that the dogs were just coming in from the street and going up and like lying on the altar, walking around on the altar. That was a first for me.
Yeah. Do you speak Espanol?
No, mi español es no bueno. Pero
okay.
Entiendo más que yeah, entiendo más que hablo. But
maybe more than I do. It's okay. We'll just I don't know. We'll just absorb what we can. Okay. So do you have any favorite Christmas traditions? Do you have any hated Christmas traditions? Do you just not do Christmas traditions because your husband is oppressing you and he's an oppressive Jew who won't allow you to do Christmas things in the house?
I know, how they rule the world, and now it's like ruling my house. No, it's not that. He went along with Christmas when the kids were little. He was a good sport about it. We'd do a Christmas tree. I like Santa. I like the stockings. We would decorate. And that was kind of imposed on him, and he was a good sport about it. And then when everybody left the house, he just sort of asked to not be doing that. My daughter,
offensive? Like, did he not like Christmas?
He's just kind of meh on Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah. But he doesn't do Hanukkah or anything like that. He's just sort of.
I'm trying to trash Phil on air here. We found qualities, so I'm just going for it.
No, and part
I haven't ever heard anything bad about Phil before, so
no,
I'm excited.
Like if Phil would never deny me Christmas if I were really into it. I was like, we have to have a tree and I have to decorate, but I'm not a great homemaker. I don't know if you know that about me, but I just am not a really great practitioner of the domestic arts. So it's just not my thing. Like, it just looks like more work and more cleaning, which I'm already bad at, to like get a tree and put it up. And then I'm going to have to deal with the tree. And then the tree's still going to be up in February because I just don't deal with things in the house. And yeah, so it's okay for me not to do it. But when the kids were little, we did it up. We would have a tree and we had stockings. We'd make like a fake fireplace to pretend Santa could come down that. We would lie to the children about Santa, of how he could get in other ways if we didn't have a fireplace, all the lying that you do around the Santa tradition.
Well, if you watch lots of Christmas movies, as I do and am, as I mentioned, I've been watching them for weeks now. They get around this in all sorts of ways, but mostly through magic. I mean, because it doesn't make sense that Santa would be able to get down a chimney either, right? Like he wouldn't fit down the chimney. So which one was I watching? I'm trying to remember if it was, I've watched so many. I'm going to get them all mixed up. I watched the Christmas Chronicles and the Christmas Chronicles 2 this week. And I also watched the Santa Claus. And it's like, they kind of disappear into the little chimney space. So I think they're able to get through other, cracks and crevices in the house.
He's a magical being who can figure it out for sure. Yeah. So my daughter and her partner, they're not married, so I call him my son outlaw. They are super into Christmas, and he's kind of a pagan-y guy, but he loves the baby Jesus story. He loves the nativity story of the birth of this special God who's all about loving humanity and redeeming humanity, and a birth story. Obviously in my family, we're really into birth and labor. And so she connected, she partnered with this man who loves Christmas and who's from a family that's really nuts about Christmas. Like, they do Christmas. So I can go to her house if I want a lot of decorations and want to really do it up, but they are visiting his family this Christmas. So I don't have access to the Christmassy house.
So how long did you lie to your kids about Santa Claus for?
Oh, that's a great question. I think they kind of figured it out around age 7 or 8. They started figuring it out. And then for a while, I pretended I still believed, even though they were adamant they didn't believe in it. And for some reason, that just got into me. Like I was kind of into pretending I still believed in it. By 10, we weren't pretending at all. I think like 7, 8 was when they just figured it out. Like, hey, this doesn't make any sense. It's not like making any sense. My 7-year-old grandson is kind of figuring out now, and we're bringing him into the fold of he now is a keeper of the magic, and he has to play along to keep his little brother in the magical world of belief in these supernatural things. So he's taken on this big brother mantle of really getting into pretending he's so into it. Like really, he's almost overacting. I'm kind of worried his brother will catch on that he's really, really in character with it, So around 7, they just could sort of figure it out. Like, tell me again.
Yeah. I was a late bloomer in all aspects of my life. I was very late with puberty. I was the last one to get my period. I think I was the last one, or one of the last, like, holdouts in my class to still believe in Santa. I think it's always other kids that kind of ruin it. I think my sister might have ruined it for me first, and then of course everyone in my class was like, I think we had like a debate about it where I was insisting that Santa Claus was still real, and some were telling me that Santa Claus wasn't real. But I think maybe my sister, it was something like she caught on because she saw my dad, or I think it was like she found one of the presents like snooping, and then that present was from Santa, but we already knew it was in the house, so we knew my parents had bought it already. That kind of thing. You start to get too nosy for your own good, I guess.
Yeah, it's just not making sense, and the slip ups are showing. I was kind of shocked I did Santa with my kids because I was pretty traumatized by the lying around Santa.
You were traumatized.
It was.
Like that you were upset. I think I was pretty upset when I found out too. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I cried a lot. I was very mad about it. But I had been figuring out for a while, and they kept like adding lies to the lies. I was like, well, why? My parents really did it up. Like they kept all our presents at the neighbor's house, Mr. and Mrs. Loner, who were these elderly people who were good friends with my parents, whose children were grown. And my parents would stash all our Santa presents there. And then the Loners would bring them down in the middle of the night while we were sleeping. And so we couldn't run into them at home. But my thing was, I think I was in 1st or 2nd grade, and I couldn't figure out why Santa didn't bring the same gifts to all the children, and why the poor kids got a lot less from Santa than the rich kids. That didn't make sense to me. Yeah. And then my parents said, well, actually,
kids get so many more presents. Are they better? Are they better than us?
Exactly. I'm like, not sure their behavior is that much better, if at all. And that my parents said, it was so bad. They just should have told me there's no Santa, but they said they have to put an order in with Santa, or they tell Santa how much they can afford, and that they leave a check for Santa. They have to leave a check.
No, that's a terrible thing to say. They're paying him off.
Yeah, they're paying. They have to
pay Santa. What? They have to reimburse him for the gift.
Reimburse Santa
for the elf labor.
Nothing is free. There's no free presents. That they leave a check with the cookies, I guess, and that held me off for a year. And then
I guess it's rational.
I think I wouldn't have been so mad and angry if they had just told me at that point, but the lies upon lies, the lies and lies and lies, just really, it just felt like I couldn't trust them with anything,
Okay, well, so sorry, I've never been able to say your name properly. HXC is one of our regular audience members, and I can never say her handle. I think it's a her. I'm really sorry. Chexy. But she says, I feel like I've been through this before also, and I just can't remember what the outcome was because I have such a bad memory. My parents never tried to make me believe in Santa Claus. I saw kids' movies about Christmas growing up and always thought the Santa stuff was fiction. It's something I respect my parents for. See, this is like, I think this is controversial because I remember seeing someone tweet about how, I would never lie to my kids about this. This is a terrible thing to do. And then somebody else responding, it might have even been our favorite Matt, who responded and said, I think it was Matt Walsh, who responded and said, it's a nice thing for kids. It's magical. Like, it's mean to not give your kids the gift of Santa. Completely paraphrasing here. And I agreed with Matt Walsh. Every once in a while I agree with Matt Walsh. And I always like to let everybody know, just because I don't like him very much. I shouldn't even say I don't even know him. Maybe if I met him in real life, we'd really get along. But I do agree with him sometimes, despite the fact that we disagree about so many other things. And I think he's been kind of a dick. But yeah, I sort of like, I like Santa, and I like the magic of Santa, and I don't feel resentful that my parents lied to me about it, because it's so fun when you're a kid to wake up in the morning and be like, Santa came and he ate the cookies and he left gerbils.
Mm-hmm. Gerbils.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Uh-huh. I named mine Stephanie.
How long did they last?
They were replaced pretty often. Stephanie lasted a long time, actually, but yeah, she had babies and then she ate her babies. Is that what you're going to ask?
Yeah, I'm like, did they eat their babies? Because it's horrible.
Yeah, it is horrible.
Yeah.
And yeah, I felt sick even.
I know.
That was a lot more upsetting than finding out that Santa Claus isn't real. But yeah, I went through a lot of gerbils. Stephanie, I think, lasted probably the longest of all the gerbils. But they sure do dial up. They were always escaping. Yeah. We had them in this aquarium, and they would always manage to escape out whatever rooftop thing they had, and then we'd have to search the house for them. And sometimes they would die in that process. And sometimes they would just die. One of them got like horrible tumors. It was sort of traumatic having gerbils, to be honest. It was much nicer having dogs, because I don't know, and the gerbils don't want to live in a freaking tank. And I loved animals so much when I was a kid, but it never occurred to me, oh, my gerbils aren't happy living in a tank.
Yeah.
Eating each other.
Obviously, if animals are eating each other, they're not living their best life. If they're eating their babies, they're not happy. I know. A lot of us have gerbil trauma. That could be like a whole other topic, but I can't believe Santa.
I just don't want to relive it, to be honest. They escaped, and I found it was actually my sister's gerbil, not mine, that I lifted up. I think I told this story on the stream already, to be honest, a long time ago. I lifted up the guitar in the guitar case, looking for it, and then put it down, and then its little head was sticking. I squished it into the guitar.
Oh, no.
Never about it ever.
Oh, no. That's really bad.
To have animals, to be honest. Like, I could never be a farmer, as much as I'm always like, I want a donkey, and I want a cow, and I want goat. I don't know if I could handle it.
Yeah.
My gerbil dying.
The donkey reminds me of another Christmas tradition that's done here. It's probably done down there too. The Las Posadas. Are they doing that down in Sayulita? Is that
the Posadas?
Yeah. Where they reenact the Christmas story?
No, here a Posada just means a Christmas party. And so everybody has all this past week, it's been all the Posadas, and everybody does Posadas. Like, your aerobics class has a Posada, and then like the restaurants will have their Posada for their staff, and the bars will have their Posada, and like whatever. Yeah, like your little group of friends will have a Posada. But yeah, it just means here, in any case, it just means your little Christmas parties that you do over the week leading up to Christmas.
Because here, the Posada is a reenactment of the nativity story, where they have usually kids playing Mary and Joseph, and then they get a local donkey, or sometimes a pony if they can't get a donkey. And they have angels, and they have like a whole a whole troop that goes around, and they go from place to place, and they have this traditional song they sing. Please let us in. She's in all this pain. We need shelter. And then the stops, you sing the song back, and it's just terrible. It's like, you can't come here. Maybe you're a robber. Go away, or I'm going to beat you up. This is it's like really intense. Like they go from place to place, and they have 9 stops. And then the last stop, they stop at the church and they let them in. And then the baby's born there, and everybody sings Christmas carols and has cocoa. And
I mean, the baby's born.
Well, the one I went to last week, it means a lady runs over and hands a doll to the girl who's playing Mary. That was how the birth went at that one.
So do they go to different people's houses, or they go to businesses, or what do they?
They go to different houses or businesses. The one I went to last week, they went to 9 different stops. So I was at the at my friend Jesusita and my other friend Rose's apothecary, and that was the first stop. And they came, and we had our song we had to sing. Like they sang their song to us, which was, let us in. And then we sang our song back of like, go away or we'll beat you up. It felt really kind of bad to sing it.
Are you singing it in Espanol?
Sí.
Oh, okay. So you do know more Spanish than I do.
Well, yeah.
I can't sing a song in Spanish.
Even if they hand you the words?
Oh, yeah. If they handed me the words, maybe I could do it. Yeah.
I understood the gist of it, but I could not directly translate it for you. Like I'm like, oh, it's, she's in a lot of pain. I see that. Like, and we're like, no, go away. And then they have it's terrible. And then they have matachine comes down, dancers down to the Guadalupe. It's like a traditional indigenous, now Catholic, dancing and drumming. They have shaker gourds, and they wear these serapes with the Guadalupe, and some of them have like the Niño de Atoche on them, like other sacred figures. And then they dance their dance with the drums, and then they move to the next stop, either someone's house or another business. The next stop was the mattress factory, which is a traditional place in this neighborhood.
He's looking for a comfy bed.
I know. And they turn them away. And so they do this 8 times. So they turn them away. Then the dancers dance, and then they go to the next one. And then they finally get to the church, and people sang Christmas carols, and there were fidgety little angels. That was cool. They had a lot of kids playing angels, and the angels, they all had their tennis shoes on, and they had to stand up on the altar for what seemed to them like 12 hours, but it was like 45 minutes. And the angels were really like fidgeting and picking their noses and stuff. I thought that was really cute that these little kids could not, only one was picking her nose. Like the other ones were just fidgeting a lot. So.
I was like, that's not cute. This is why I don't like children.
I felt a little bad that they had to stand there, and they're like rolling their eyes, like, when is it going to be over? But I found it really meaningful. It's an ancient tradition out here. It's been going on for hundreds of years. In this neighborhood, this was their 79th consecutive one in that neighborhood. So
wow.
Next year, their 80th. My friends Keith and Anna did a posada at another business, and they just set up 9 stops there. They didn't go from house to house, and they teach a local like school of rock where they teach kids how to play the guitar. So they had a lot of their students playing their posada songs. So that's a fun tradition out here that I kind of like.
That's interesting. Yeah, no, I don't think we do that here.
No.
There was a Christmas parade last night. They do a Christmas parade every year, and all the people decorate their trucks and make floats that look like the Grinch and Rudolph and all those things. And then there's religious themed ones, and it's quite fun. And then a lot of firecrackers leading up to the day of the Virgin of the Guadalupe. There's like firecrackers every night, and then there's I think I explained this before, there's one guy who wears like a sort of a bowl made out of wire, and there's fireworks.
Oh yeah.
He runs around with fireworks coming out of him, chasing the little kids around the plaza. The kids shoot each other with firecrackers and fireworks. There's this like cannon that goes off every single hour, and you feel like you're having a heart attack every time it goes off. It's the loudest thing you've ever heard in your life. The dogs hide under the bed for the whole week.
That's so nice. I love the Torritos. I've seen those before for the Mary Magdalene Festival in Jico, Mexico. That's where I first saw those, where they're just literally shooting firecrackers and fireworks off of it, and they're going into people's houses, and they're
really scary.
Yeah, they're actually.
I find it scary, but the little kids aren't scared. So I'm like, okay, clearly I'm a huge pussy because I'm like terrified of getting hit by a firecracker. And these little like 6-year-olds are running around at midnight shooting each other with
firecrackers. And the ones that shoot off and spin on the ground, they're called.
Yes, and you don't know which way they're going to go.
Yeah. They're called buscapiés. Watch your feet. That's the name of that kind of firecracker. Like, watch your feet. The joys of living in a country without trial lawyers.
Any laws.
Yeah. No one's going to sue you if you burn their house down with your Torito outfit shooting fireworks into their house.
Well, no, and tradition's more powerful than the government. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I'm sure at some point it's the new president. I freaking hate her, man. I think she's trying to ruin everything. She's trying to make everything kind of legit and above board, and I really don't like it. It's like, that's not what Mexico is about. Go somewhere else where people like having laws and rules and regulations.
And she's like a WEF minion. She's trying to bring them into the new world order. Plus, she dissed the Guadalupe. Like, that is not cool in Mexico, where she said it's she said the Guadalupe is not real. She's just a myth. She's just a fiction. This is Mexico. Yeah, that's not.
I don't like her, man.
Mm-hmm.
She's bad news.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any Christmas traditions that you really don't like? Also, if you're watching on YouTube, please tell me if there's any. I mean, I'm a champion hater, so I enjoy the complaints more than the nice stories, I think. Like my holiday cheer comes in the form of talking trash. So I want to hear about the things that people don't like about Christmas or don't like about, Christmas traditions. Are there any things? Can you think of any? No, Mary Lou's too. It's like, not a thing.
Well, I'm trying to think. There must be something I hate. I generally can always find something I don't like. Same. But for some reason, I can't think of it for Christmas. I don't like the hyper consumerism. I really don't like that. I don't like this sense of. You do like that part?
No, I mean, whatever. I don't really like. I'm not really participating, so easy for me to say I like that part, but I don't want presents. I'm not buying anybody presents. You know what I did actually? Whenever I had boyfriends at Christmas time, I would find it so stressful and I would overspend. Mm-hmm. And I usually didn't have very much money because I was a student for so long. And it was just this overwhelming sense of guilt that everything that I was buying wasn't good enough. So I would keep buying more and more and more, and it would never feel good enough. And then the giving, I did not get any joy out of giving the presents. I hated it. It gave me so much anxiety that I wanted to throw up because I was so worried that the presents weren't good enough.
Yeah.
It's like kind of a weird thing, I guess, because I think there's some people who really enjoy giving presents, and I don't enjoy giving presents because it gives me so much anxiety. And I also don't I don't particularly care about getting presents. That's not what I, when I was a kid, I liked getting stuff, but that's not what my priority is. If I really need something, I'm sure I can get it for myself. I mean, not like a house or a car or anything like that, but
no, that'd be a good present.
Yeah, a house. That would be a great present. I would love to get a house for Christmas. If anybody's listening and wants to give you a Christmas present, please buy me a house where I already live so I don't have to move. But yeah, that, I don't know if other people feel that same. Do you feel anxiety about getting presents for people?
Sometimes I do. I feel less anxiety about everything as I just age, which is nice. I used to feel pressure about it, but now I don't really feel that much. Yeah. So that's not your love language? Getting gifts? What's your love language? Have you ever done that little
I was thinking about
questionnaire?
recently, actually, interestingly, because I was listening to Red Scare and they were doing a holiday love line episode. And so they had people calling in and asking questions about their love life. And for whatever reason, one of the answers was they were talking about their love languages. And I'm going to have to Google what they all are. But so I was thinking about what mine were. I mean, I think for me, it's about like words of affirmation. For me, like I want a man to tell me I'm pretty and special and like the things that he likes about me. Like I want to feel valued as a unique person and noticed and seen, I think. Does that make sense? And complimented. I like being complimented. I like acts of service. Like I like it when a man will like fix something for me, like do something practical for me, drive me somewhere. You know, I love getting flowers. I think that's very sweet and romantic. And I really like affection. Is that one of them?
Affection is one of them. Yeah.
Like, I want to like hold hands. Like, that's what I like. And I want to like I like touching and I like physical affection a lot. But what are the rest of them? Maybe
like quality time, like having someone focus on you, I think is one. So gifts, physical touch, affirmation, acts of service, quality time. Is there another one?
Receiving gifts, words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, physical touch. No, that's all of them.
Yeah, I like them all. I'm a little test.
I think the only one that I don't care about is the gifts part. I mean, and again, it's not like I don't like gifts. It's just that's not the thing that's going to get me.
I really
make me feel connected or whatever.
Yeah, I hate getting a gift I don't like. Like that's a real bummer for me. And
I hate getting a gift. It's not, like if it's a thing that they already know that I don't like it's like it's like I got you some milk chocolate and I'll be like, who like have you met me before? How many times have I told you I don't like milk chocolate and you give me milk chocolate and you're like, here's a gift. Like, I'm not going to eat this. Like, I don't like milk chocolate. Like, it's making me mad as I'm talking, but that kind of thing really kind of pisses me off. Like something that you so obviously would never like. And you're like, you don't know me at all, or you don't listen to me, or this is something maybe your ex-girlfriend liked, so you keep buying it for me because you're not paying attention to the fact that I'm a different woman.
Yeah, that's not good.
Is that what you mean? What do you mean by getting gifts you don't like?
Yeah, like an ugly sweater or just a piece of art you think is like you would never actually put it up because it's just not something that you like. It's sad to me when I get a gift I don't like, but generally I like getting gifts. I like them all. I mean, I cannot think of any of the love languages that I like more than the others. You know, I really like them all.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be weird if, like, imagine meeting a man and if his love language was receiving gifts, how unattractive that would be. Like, totally. What I really want from a woman is for her to give me gifts that will really make me feel loved. That would be, and imagine how stressful that would be for me. I would have so much anxiety all the time. But that would be like my nightmare.
I know. I wonder how scientific this love language thing really is. So many people have latched on to this, but when you say that, I think, well, is that really true? Yeah, a lot of these are things that I wonder if people if this really is a way to scientifically classify people. Probably not. But imagine like being with a partner, especially, a male partner who just tells you, physical, like acts of service are not my love language. So I'm not going to fix anything. I'm not going to do anything you ask me to do because it's not my love language.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that either.
I can't even imagine being with a man like that because most of my boyfriends have been pretty useful in that way. Yeah. Like they'll like fix my bike or fix my shelf or clean my house for me or truck or something like that.
Well, I've been getting a bunch of gifts. Like a lot of the different places I refer to have been sending me gifts. Do you want to see some of the gifts I got today?
Yes.
Okay, I have to move a little bit to get them, but I'll show you first.
Okay. Well, okay, so wait, Sputto says, as I understand it, if a person's love language is more about giving the love than receiving. No, I'm here. Here's what I think you're actually saying. As this, I think that the if isn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
So as I understand it, a person's love language is more about giving the love than receiving. So a gifts person would be giving a lot of them rather than expecting them. Okay, so maybe we've reversed it. So if I'm thinking about what my love language is in terms of showing somebody I love them, that is quite different because I don't, as I mentioned, I don't like giving gifts because it gives me a lot of anxiety. And I'm not big into acts of service because I'm not very useful. And that would also give me anxiety because I would be like, what would I do for you that would be helpful? Like I just wouldn't know. It's the same feeling that I have about giving gifts, like that I wouldn't be doing something good or it'd be wrong or it wasn't good enough. And I would feel like self-conscious about it and kind of like a loser. So it's more like affection and words of affirmation. Like I'll tell whoever my boyfriend is or dating, I'm like, you look very handsome, like those kinds of things, or like I'll say nice things to them.
Yeah. I'm very affectionate. I do usually like giving gifts, but Phil doesn't really like receiving gifts that much. Plus, we've just been together so long, like we just don't need more stuff. Yeah.
I guess quality time. Like, yeah, I mean, you have to do quality time with your partner, I think. Otherwise,
I think so. Yeah.
That won't really work. Maybe if you're both very avoidant.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Maybe.
But
need time together.
I'd say more the words and the physical touch for me.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting.
Okay, so let's talk about your gifts.
Okay, you want to see some things I got today? I got this tin of cookies. It is.
I want a tin of cookies.
I know. It's biscuit Cheetos, and I'm really excited. So those are this local tradition of anise cookies. Do you have biscuit Cheetos down there?
No, what's that?
They're they're cookies that traditionally are made with flour and lard and sugar and anise, they have like a fennelly taste to them. They're really delicious. They're traditional New Mexico cookies.
I just bought a ton of star anise today for my simmer pot, and I put them in my house, and then I went to the gym, and then when I came back, my whole house, I hadn't even started the simmer pot. They were just sitting there, and the whole house smelled like star anise, and I was like, this is nice. I should just keep anise in my house all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I got this rosemary calendula salve with peppermint. I'm excited to use that.
I love all this.
And then I got, somebody brought me a candle that they made. I had a really good day of presents. I do love receiving presents, and it smells really beeswaxy. So that's nice. And then I want to show you this thing I got because I just want to show everybody because it's so huge and I'm not quite sure what to do with it. Just 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. I need to get more of my bourbon simmer pot drink. I drank all mine. I was like, oh no, this is too strong. And I drank it very quickly because it's delicious. So I don't have any cookies.
Look at this.
But holy cow. Okay, wait. I need to get more of my drink. I've run out of my drink. Hold on. I'll be right back.
I feel burdened by this gift.
Is it chocolate? Is that all chocolate?
It's all chocolate and cookies and all.
What are you going to do with all that? Are you going to mail it to me in Mexico because I didn't get anything?
Do you want it? I don't think you want this stuff.
I do want it.
It will take so long to get there. It's got so much chocolate and so many cookies. And
I put it in my freezer. I'd have it for like a year. I'd be set.
I know. It's I'm so grateful for it, and it feels burdensome. That is like a really big thing I got.
Huge.
And yeah, so I'm not ungrateful. I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's a big thing. So I'll have to send you some of that. And then I got this other little, like this just felt a lot more manageable. It's just this little loaf of sourdough that someone made for me. Yeah.
I mean, I
It's
love
so
sourdough.
it's so cute, and it's green chili cheese
Well,
sourdough, which
this
is a
is a
big
nice
thing at here.
gift. You know what? Yeah, if I ever have to buy a gift or anything like that, I'll usually just I'll stress out a bunch and then be like, oh, I can just buy booze. Like if somebody's
Yeah.
sober, fuck off. I'm not getting you anything. But like if you drink alcohol, that like I love buying people alcohol. Like you can buy because there's so much nice stuff that you could buy for somebody that they wouldn't buy for themselves. Like you can buy somebody like a really nice kind of expensive bottle of wine or scotch or something like that. Because for me, I don't buy that stuff for myself. I just buy regular, I don't buy crazy cheap gross wine, but I buy pretty affordable wine. And then every once in a while I'll buy I'll buy like regular bourbon, but I'm not spending, $100 or hundreds of dollars on scotch and things like that. Like those things I think are really nice gifts because they're just things that most people, or even like a nice bottle of champagne or something like that.
Yeah.
Most people, unless you're rich, are not going to spend a ton of money on booze, I think.
I think that's a good thing. Yeah. If you have friends that drink, that's a great thing to give them. Yeah.
Can you just hold on a sec? I just need to get more of my simmer pot. I'll be right back.
More of your simmer pot. I had to run and get my giant gift.
I'm only wearing bike shorts, so I don't want to show everybody.
Don't show everybody.
Turning the camera off.
You ran out of simmer pot. Wait, I want to see the anise cookies, the anise. So they're anise, ANISE. I'll show you. They're really good. I wish you all could smell them. Okay, and these are in a star shape. So this is a biscochito in a star shape, and I'm super happy about this gift. And it smells really, really good. Normally they're round. Usually they're just a round circle. But these are star-shaped biscochitos, and that's going to be good.
Super Atrophy says anise is gross. And what's interesting is that I don't like licorice.
Yeah.
But anise doesn't bother me. But I guess, normally it's in like mulled wine or one of these drink things. But I don't even think it would I think it would be nice in a cookie for some reason.
Yeah, they're really good. Biscochitos are a traditional New Mexican Christmas cookie.
Okay, so is this all your gifts? That's it?
That's what I got to. No, I have another one. Here, do you want to see? Okay, I have a couple more. Okay, so this is a candle I got that I'm kind of excited. It's got like rosemary and bay and stuff in it.
Did somebody make it?
No, someone bought it for me from another local like candle maker, I think. And I got a couple other things. Oh, this is super exciting. A hawthorn cardamom cinnamon elixir. I'm going to try that right now.
Wow.
That sounds really, really good.
Those too. What does it do?
Oh, it's so good. Okay, hawthorn is a heart tonic that opens up the coronary arteries, so it feeds the heart. It reduces atherosclerosis. It strengthens and regulates the heartbeat. It's really good for protecting the heart and preventing cardiovascular disease, and also for treating that if people have high blood pressure. So that's really good for that. Cinnamon lowers blood sugar. It increases, it opens up the blood vessels in the periphery of the body, so it brings down blood pressure. It's a mood elevator. Cardamom's a mood elevator and a digestive stimulant, among everything. So that is really exciting. So I'm excited about that. And I have one more. What else? It was something that somebody brought that I didn't look at yet. Oh my gosh. Floral witch hazel mist. Yeah, these are great things from Dusty Hens Farms, which is a farm that my friend has. I'm going to spray it.
This is all nice stuff, actually. These are good gifts.
Oh, that smells really good. Yeah, these are great gifts. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it because often people just bring me nothing but sugar, and I don't want to sound ungrateful, but that's like a little rough on my metabolism.
You can't eat it all is the problem. Like it's like I love getting cookies and desserts as gifts, but I feel like I'd end up having to like get rid of a lot of them, and then I would feel bad about that because I really love. You can't eat them all.
Like my
all day long,
giant burdensome. I'm just going to get it one more time so people can see what I'm dealing with. Like this is so.
Okay, the good thing about that is that you can, because with chocolate you can freeze it. Like I usually freeze my chocolate anyway because I'm not going to eat it all right away. So you go put it in your freezer and then you'll have chocolate forever and ever.
I'm really grateful for it. I don't want to seem ungrateful because I love being showered with gifts because I guess that's a big part of my love language of receiving love. But yeah, that's like a big thing. So somebody asked, I'm in Santa Fe. Do you get luminarias? Yes, we do. Luminarias or the farolitos here. Do you do luminarias down there?
What's a farolitos or luminarias?
They fill a paper bag with sand and put a candle in it, and then they line the streets with these, and you'll see like whole neighborhoods all lit up with the luminarias.
When do they do that?
Christmas Eve is a big time, but sometimes they do them at other times as well.
I can't remember. I'll pay attention this year and let you guys know. I can't recall what happens. Yeah, but yeah, those are all good gifts. I feel like food gifts and booze gifts and I mean candles, I guess, things like that are nice gifts because again, I would never buy a candle for myself.
Yeah,
but I like them.
Candles are nice. I'm always up for candles. I'm always doing witchy stuff with candles. So that's
Did you do any solstice rituals?
No, I went to a really great solstice party though. That was fun. And it was like a grown-up and a kid party, and they had lots of great different beers and wines for the grown-ups, and then they had the fun stuff with the kids. And it gave me a lot of hope. There were a lot of very healthy, well-adjusted, happy kids there playing in Kids Society. And there was a 14-year-old boy playing guitar, and he was playing Nirvana songs on the guitar, and he was really, really good.
I love that.
I know, he was great.
For the younger generations.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. They had a whole craft table. So I sat there for a while just talking to people, stringing together dried orange slices. That was nice. Yeah, it was a fun party.
I'm trying to think about Christmas traditions that I don't like. And I feel like I probably should have thought about this before the stream. But I assume that other people in the chat would tell me things that they hate about Christmas. So if you're watching and there's things that you hate about Christmas, let's hear it so that I can get inspired. I think one of the things I was going to say that I don't like about Christmas is families.
Really?
Well, I don't know. Like, it's so different. Christmas in Vancouver is so different than it is here because here it's like joy. Like here, of course, it's about family, but it's also about all of these traditions, like religious traditions, but also just, like Christmas celebrations and joy and partying and dancing and music and food all the time. And like posadas and posadas and posadas and Christmas decorations everywhere. And it's fun and it's about everybody. Like you don't feel left out or isolated here at Christmas time because it's awesome. And everybody's doing stuff together and everybody's out all the time. Like the restaurants, I mean, this is probably partly because it's a tourist town, but also just different culture. Like most of the restaurants and bars stay open on Christmas because people want to go out and be together and hang. Like, most of the restaurants and bars will do Christmas dinners and they do Thanksgiving dinners and things like that too. Partly, I'm sure, because there's turistas here and you're not going to be, cooking a turkey in your Airbnb. You need somewhere to go.
Yeah.
But in Vancouver, everything just stops and nothing happens. And you're supposed to be in your house with your family. And if you don't have a family, it's incredibly isolating and lonely and depressing. And that's horrible.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't like families. It's my conclusion. I'm joking. Like it's too hyper focused on your immediate family. And it's not super joyful. It's like, okay, whether you like your family or not, you have to go and hang around with your family and have a dinner. And maybe it'll be awkward or shitty, or you'll feel like a loser because you'll be the only one there without a partner or not married. And then you have to go home in the dark and be by yourself because everything's closed. Like that's like a big downer.
That is a big downer. Yeah. I mean, that like there's nothing's open. The whole cliche that in the cities that the only places that are open are the Chinese restaurants.
That we used to, me and my friends used to party at Greek restaurants on Christmas.
Oh, because they have a different Christmas.
And they stay open and they party.
Because they do Christmas on January 6th, right?
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, like I mean, so I grew up in Kitsilano in Vancouver, and that's a big Greek community. There's tons and tons of Greeks. So we had a lot of Greek friends. There's a lot of Greek restaurants. The Greek restaurants are also where we would drink when we were underage. Love the Greeks. But yeah, they would have big parties. So we would go, and everything else would be closed. But we'd go and hang out at the Greek restaurant. We'd be belly dancers, and they'd smash dishes and stuff like that.
So what are you going to do? What are you doing for Christmas Eve and Christmas?
I don't know. Last year we just I was supposed to go to a dinner, but then I really wasn't feeling like I could eat any food because Christmas Eve is the big party night in Mexico. That's like Christmas in Mexico. Yeah. It's Christmas Eve. You don't sleep. You stay up and party. So I was not feeling that great on Christmas. So I didn't go to the dinner. I wasn't sure if I could handle it. So we just hung out in the plaza at one of the bars and had some drinks. And a guy got like knocked out in the middle of the plaza. He got punched and was knocked unconscious. That was really fun. That was fun. That was like my favorite Christmas. I was like, woo! So exciting. He was an asshole. He deserved to get knocked out. He was being a dick. And like he had not, I found out because I'm very nosy and I want to know everything that's going on. So I think he'd like not paid at some bars, and then he was confronted about it, and he was being an asshole. He was wasted. So
wow,
it was fun. Yeah, it's fun to just sit at the plaza and like watch all the action. So that's what we did last year. Other years I've done Christmas dinners at restaurants with my friends. This year I might do that. I don't know. I didn't really, or maybe just go to the beach or something. Yeah, I like, there's a lot less pressure here. Like you don't feel like, oh, if my family's not here, what am I going to do? Or if I don't have some big plan, I'm going to be all alone and feel like a loser. But I think it's like that in a lot of the American and Canadian city places, probably.
Totally. Sorry, here's somebody.
Culture. What's going on?
I just heard someone at my door, and Is
it open?
No, it's not open. I think it's just the pickup for the lab specimens, but it sounded like someone pounding on the door, and I've been a little edgy. So yeah. All right. So no pressure. You're going to go out and party, and then just kind of sleep on Christmas Day, and
then party probably.
And then party some more.
Yeah. A few days of partying. Yeah. The finisher says dysfunctional family. Yeah, I think if you have a dysfunctional family, or you don't like your family, then Christmas is really not fun. And then all the pressure from everyone else who's like, Christmas is about family. And it's like, well, not everybody loves their family or has a family. And I really hate that about, I shouldn't say North American, Canadian culture, which is that, yeah, there's sort of this expectation that, and it's weird because in places like Canada, family isn't actually really that important of a value. Like I think family is more important of a value in places like Mexico, for example. And yet in Canada, it's like they pretend that family is a really important value. I guess this is suitable for Canada. So everybody's just kind of faking it. They're faking having meaning and tradition that's not necessarily real.
Yeah.
And just, like a lot less emphasis on community and relationships and friends in general, which is always, even when I was a kid, that bothered me about Canada because I felt like, and bothered me about my family actually, because my family really de-emphasized friendships. My family, the rest of my family, my sister and my parents never really had a lot of friends or cared a lot about friends. And for me, it was always really, really important, and it always has been. And I've always had a lot of friends, and those relationships have been really important to me. And I didn't understand why other people didn't see things that way. Like it was like just your family. And I was like, yeah, but you guys don't have, this isn't nice. You're not having a nice time, are you?
Right. Yeah, I remember we would drive like an hour and a half to my mom's family, and my mom had this huge family where I had 36 first cousins on that side, and it was just like the clan getting together, and it always felt uncomfortable. Like where can I just go hide out and not have to be in the, hanging out with all these people that
Oh, see, I would like that. I was always jealous because for me, it was just my parents and my sister. And I was always jealous of the people who had big families and these big family parties. That seems way better than just having to sit in your house with these 3 people that you're not really having all that much fun with.
I can see
Having
that.
36 cousins would be awesome.
We were very much the youngest, so a lot of my first cousin's kids were closer to my age. So my brother, because my parents, my mom was the youngest of that clan, and she didn't start having kids till 40. So most of my first cousins were 20 years older than me.
Okay.
So I would hang out with their kids, but they were all younger than me. So we were always sort of these in between. The Singleton kids were kind of we were like a little group of 3 that didn't quite fit in with the cousin clan, but it really did. I mean, I had so many cousins, just so many cousins. I was closer to some than others, but yeah, I don't regret it. I always remember a little bit like there would always get to be a point where I just sort of wanted to get away from the crowd, and I would kind of go hang out somewhere and read a book or something and just sort of escape a bit. Yeah, I mean, it's so rare. I'm probably one of the last generations to have experienced that, where people, like people's parents were one of 9 or 10 or 11 kids.
Yeah, for sure. That's like so not the norm now.
Yeah.
No, I always wished I had a family like that. And because not only, I mean, my whole family was really small. Like I only have 3 cousins.
Are you close with your cousins?
No. And and my whole family lived far away, so I never saw them. My mom's family was all spread out in America, and still not that. My mom had 2 sisters and a brother. One of them was in Ohio, one of them was in Georgia, one of them I think was in Washington, and then my dad's brothers and him didn't speak. And they were in Ontario and Nova Scotia, so we didn't see them. So it was just me and my family that I didn't really want to spend time around. Sometimes, like once my parents moved away to the US, and my sister was gone for a while too. Like when I was younger, when I was around 18, 19, when I was 18, my parents moved to the US and my sister moved to New York. So I didn't have family here for a long time. And my friends would invite me over for their family dinners. And I really enjoyed that because their families all seem a lot more fun than my family. Everybody
always thinks other people's families are more fun than theirs, right? Though some legitimately are.
Some people seem to really like their family.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
I think we can do New Year's resolutions next week, because next week the stream is on the 30th, because I was thinking about doing that today, but then I looked at the date and next Tuesday is the 30th. So that would be a more appropriate time to do New Year's. I'm not big on New Year's resolutions, but I think I do have some-ish. Because sometimes I feel like it's bad karma.
Yeah, I just disappoint myself over and over again with my New Year's resolutions. So, yeah.
Okay, we'll do that next week. So everybody think about their New Year's resolutions, and we'll talk about it next week. Anyway, that was really fun. Congratulations on all your gifts.
I know. Thanks for looking at all my gifts. I was feeling a little like I'm not doing Christmas, and I realized people brought Christmas to me.
Oh, nice. I love it.
All right, I'll see about how I can ship some of this to Mexico for you.
It's not easy, so don't worry about it too much. It would probably be very expensive and then probably not arrive at my house. Probably somebody else would get that gift. So maybe that would be a nice gift for somebody who's working at DHL or whatever. Yeah. Okay, well, have a Merry Christmas. Do not wish Phil a Merry Christmas. And
it's my birthday on Friday too. So.
Oh! Wait, what's the date of your birthday?
December 26th, the day after Christmas.
Okay, right. I knew that it was near Christmas. So do you do a birthday party on the 26th? Or do you do birthday things on the 26th?
Yeah, we have to do birthday things because that was something, I got really strict with Phil when we were dating our first year. I'm like, you can't blow off my birthday because you're tired from Christmas. It's not allowed. So,
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so we are going to go down to Truth or Consequences and soak in the hot springs. There's one called the Riverbend that has tubs right on the Rio Grande. That will be nice. And then we're going to stop at the bird refuge and do some bird watching on the way home. That's my birthday. I think it'll be good. Oh, and we're going to go out to dinner too.
Oh, I love going out for dinner. Okay, well, that sounds fun. I hope that you have a very happy birthday and a happy Christmas. And I hope that everyone watching also has a very happy Christmas. And we'll see you all next Tuesday.
Merry Christmas, everybody. See you next week.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
Bye-bye.